Not expecting any tropical storm force winds in central North Carolina either. Look at this storm just brush along the outer barrier islands of Cuba, just continue to move. It went from a 4 to a 5 again last night. Now it's back to a 4. Doesn't matter if it's 4 or 5. That is a catastrophic major storm. And unfortunately, there's nothing between Cuba now and Key West but warm ocean water. So don't expect it to weaken. And they're not on the Hurricane Center. It's going to stay a Category 4. This is the 5 o'clock advisory. I want you to note, remember the yellow is the area where it could fluctuate to. So it could be on the eastern side or the western side of this cone of uncertainty. But one thing to notice, it's not going to come directly overhead of Miami. That doesn't mean they shouldn't have evacuated Miami. They should have, and the storm surge is going to flood them. But at least the core of the worst winds will not come over Miami. Unfortunately, that means they got to go somewhere, and they're going to go right over Key West, and then as a Category 3 storm, which is still a major hurricane. We're like, oh, it's only a 3. No, it is still a major hurricane over Tampa Monday morning, and then it curves because high pressure is building into the northeast. That's why I'm 100% confident this cannot come to North Carolina, and then it's going to go as a tropical depression into Tennessee and then kind of float around out there with only 20-mile-per-hour winds. Look at all these computer models. Area 1 is a rogue one that wants to bring it to the east, and so that's why the confidence level is so high on this storm now for us. So we will still see some effects, but they'll be minimal. ½ inch to 2 inches of rain, no big deal. And winds, yeah, it'll be a little breezy, but nothing like we haven't had in other times, 20 to 35-mile-an-hour gusts. So we're going to say no major impacts expected. Low impacts, and especially west and toward the mountains, they could see some impacts with some flooding. Look at the winds die out, and the tropical storm force winds over Georgia, they got an issue, but none over us, not at all. Storm surge, that's the problem. The light purple, 5 to 7 feet, and 3 to 5 now along the Miami area and also along the Key West area and the area down there. We're not going to see any storm surge at all here.